welcome to the fourth Sydney OpenSim tutorial, in which we will explore basic building. To start building, either right-click on the ground or on a existing object and go to the Create section of the Pie menu, or click on the Build button on your bottom screen toolbar. This will open the object creation section of the edit menu, in which you can select a primitive type or building block type, but they're usually referred to as prims for short for primitives. So click anywhere on an existing object or on the ground to create your new object. So, with that magical rush of wind or whatever that was, we have this wonderful plywood box. Yeah, exciting, huh? Right. So, this is the position editing area. The colored arrows represent different axes. Red is X, Y is green, and Z is blue. Orientation can become important when you're doing advanced things like vehicles and weapons. So here in the Object tab we have all these controls. Scary looking, huh? With enough practice, you could do this with your eyes closed. If you switch to rotation system, and yes, there's another user online. So, rotation is much different than position, huh? So you have these bands that surround what were once the axes. See that? Okay, enough of that silliness. So you can click on these bands, or if you click in the middle, you will enter free rotate, which is a little confusing, but can allow you to create just about any random rotation for no reason. But we don't like it like this, do we? Maybe some of you do, but I don't. So the easiest way to get an object back to 0 rotation is to go here, 0, 0, 0, 0 out the rotation. Now, let's say we wanted to put this at a 45-degree angle. Okay. You can see that the X and Y are 0 and 0, but the Z is 45, corresponding to the number of degrees that we rotated it and the direction that we rotated. Of course, you can get some really weird numbers in here, but anything between 0 and 360 is a valid rotation, well, including 0 and excluding 360. Position and size are similar, so let's enter stretch mode. See that I have stretch both sides disabled, but by default it's enabled, so you will do like that. Like that. Okay, now let's demonstrate what stretch both sides can do. See that? We now have a flat, well, almost flat, but the minimum size for any axis is 1 centimeter, I guess. This, of course, can be worked around using prim torture methods, but those are outside the scope of this basic tutorial. Now, one of my favorite things to do is enter local mode. You see here, it ignores the world coordinates and allows you to manipulate the object based on its local coordinates. Observe. See that? Nice, huh? Now, one last thing. Copying. If you hold Shift and drag the position axis out, you will copy the object in any direction. Well, ideally the direction that you were dragging it in, of course. Also, if I return this to default size, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and 0, 0, 0, you can change the building block type, cylinder. Box, cylinder, and prism are kind of the same family, even though they're vastly different. And then sphere is a family of all its own. Torus, tube, and ring are the tube family because they can be changed in similar ways. But really, the only way to really learn building is to just mess around with all this stuff. It may look scary, but if you put a little work into it, you can make some very interesting shapes. Yes, this is me showing off my skills. Well, one more thing. If you've built something made out of multiple primitives, but you don't want to take it into your inventory separately, all you have to do is just select the first object, then hold shift and click on the next one, and the next one, until you have everything selected. And then go to Tools, Link, or hit Control L to link the objects together. Now keep in mind that the final prim you selected will be the root prim, which is highlighted in yellow. All child prims will be highlighted in blue. Now, you have two options from here. You can take it into your inventory using take, or go to more, take copy. Now take copy will leave the original object there, but take a copy into your inventory, while simply taking it will remove it from the world. But what I like to do with junk objects like this is make them physical and temporary. This will make them fall to the ground and do some other silly things, and within a minute they will disappear. This is a handy way to get rid of all your experiments that would otherwise be left lying around for others to see. Like this. Well, thank you for watching.